Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. The other day I was at my mother-in-law's house and she asked me to open a bottle of wine. She normally carries like Estancia and Josh, and they're normally Cabernets. However, I saw this one there, and when I went to reach for it, she told me that she found it. She likes it better than both of those, and it's cheaper than both of those. So I said, let me grab a bottle from her wine rack and bring it home and review it. So yeah, stay tuned. Anyway, before we begin today's video, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like, share, click that notifications bell, do all that stuff. Anyway, so like I said, today I'm going to be reviewing the 2019 Grayson Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I didn't just grab it off this rack. Like, she gave it to me off the rack. She said, you take this bottle home and review it. So it's not like I stole wine from my mother-in-law this time. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to the sample. I'd be interested to see how this does compare to those other two, just because those are pretty good selling bottles. They have a decent quality to them and decent consistency, so I'd be interested to see how the Grayson Cellars holds up. From a color standpoint, you are a medium ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, so on the nose, you actually smell very similar to both of them too. There's sort of this black cherry / red cherry note. There's a little bit of a black currant, a little bit of a plum. It doesn't smell like it's going to be jammy. Like it doesn't smell like any of the fruit is kind of overripe or cooked. And not cooked as in the wine vault, like cooked as in like stewed in a way. A little bit of cedar, or a little bit of vanilla, and just a little bit of clove. Yeah, so I mean, there's some primary, there's some secondary. I'm not getting any tertiary, which it's 2019. If I was getting tertiary, there'd be something wrong there. But how does it taste? Okay, so in terms of this wine's presenting with more vanilla than the other two. The fruits are a little bit muted. There's more secondary than primary by a reasonable amount. Say medium plus acid. The body is about a medium body. It's not a full-bodied Cabernet. In terms of the finish, if you're a vanilla fan, you might actually be going on close to a long finish. If you're not a big fan of vanilla, it's a medium finish. The fruit kind of dies off, and then all you're getting is a vanilla and like a black tea clove thing going on. No, not black tea, green tea. That's weird. Yeah, it has a. It does have an interesting character to it. But how does it rate? Let's get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, I'm going to give you half a point. You need more body. You need more body on this wine. It's medium to maybe medium plus body. It's not a full-bodied wine. It needs more. It just needs more heft to it. So I'm going to go ahead and give you half a point. In terms of length, I'm not a fan of overly vanillaed wines. I wouldn't say this is overly vanillaed, but it's on my higher threshold of where I could stand in terms of that vanilla. So I'm gonna take the vanilla out of the equation and say you have a medium finish, so half a point. In terms of intensity, that secondary intensity on the palate is pronounced. The other fruit flavors though are medium, and you have a medium nose, so I'm going to give you half a point. And in terms of complexity, you have primary and secondary, but you do not have tertiary, so half a point. In the end, that's 2 full points. I'm going to go ahead and give you good. Now, here's the deal. I don't know if these are better than Josh and Estancia. I would probably have to have both of them next to each other in order to figure out where they rate, just because they all kind of have their own way of making wine. And the only way I'm going to know which one of those three I like better is to try all three at the same time and rank them. But I also don't want to do that. I have too many other bottles of wine to review. So on that note, I'm just going to leave it to good. Yeah, if you end up buying a bottle of it, or you've already tried it before, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm on crack, or if this is an adequate assessment of this wine. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2019 Grayson Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon? from California. It literally could be from anywhere in California. There's no specific AVA. I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see y'all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.